Hey guys, how are you doing? Hello, hello. This is T Drake, podcasting godmother of connection. Now, before I get into this, because this is gonna just be a share and crafting for tonight on Saturday. And I do have something to share just about what I've been thinking about tonight. And I was debating if I should even come on. And I was debating a lot of stuff. So, you know what? Before I get into my thoughts, because that's why I'm here, is to share the crafting and my share, of course. So let me go ahead and turn on my great, great intro, and then I'll be back. Through his wide, it's God's gift. Through his wide, it's God's gift. Through his wide, it's God's gift. Through his wide. All right, I am back. And pardon me for a minute. I'll be right back with you guys. I'm gonna go get some water. No, I put my water so far away from myself and I needed it. So I am back. So I will be with you guys shortly and turn my camera back on in just a minute here. All right. Hello, hello. Welcome back. You guys were gone for a brief few seconds. Okay. So I wanted to take a minute because sometimes, and this is not with everyone, but sometimes people want to help. And there's nothing wrong with that. And then sometimes when people help, sometimes it can bring up old feelings and memories, and that's not on them. Those are just the things you've experienced. So for me, I was going through a little bit of emotional flux, I should say, on Friday, which was on yesterday. And I was just having to deal with myself. And I say that because sometimes if we're not careful, and I have a tendency to do this, so I don't know about you, and I'm messing with these things right here. So if you're like, she's not looking at the camera, what is she doing? Getting my craft together that we're going to be doing here together. At least I'm going to craft and talk because that's kind of how I do. And that's what I've always done before I stopped doing that. But anyways, there are people they want to help, and it can maybe sometimes be a little bit detrimental if you are like, wasn't really prepared to talk about or listen to certain things, and we all have that sometimes. We do. And I am gonna pause for a minute talking to you guys while I take this time to use my X-Acto knife and cut a sliver off of my bookmark I made. So I wanted to concentrate on that real quick. So, and I once again, I don't mind, and I hope that you don't mind when somebody wants to offer assistance to help you watch something or they want to share something with you. They're not doing it to be spiteful, they're not doing it to be mean. It's just something to assist, right? And for me, I realized that as I continue on my healing journey, because I have a path and my road for me has been a little bit trying, but I'm confident that I will come out feeling great and amazing. I'm feeling 1,000% better than I was in previous situations. And I'm so thankful that the Lord has brought me out of that. And I would hope that if you've gone through any of those situations yourself, say you've come through something that was quite difficult and the Lord brought you through, that you're like, man, thank you, Lord. So being cognizant of that, you don't have to always look back. It's good every now and again so that you can remember what you've passed through. But the only thing is to don't get stuck there. Don't get stuck there. And sometimes when you think you've come away from something, you might have a moment that sends you back to that space. And it's not intentional, especially when people mean no harm. But for me, I was really having a time. I wanted to, for a minute, do old stuff, which is like start cutting people off and all those things that I had been working on not to do, because that is not a helpful way to operate in life with people that you love and people that you care about. You don't want to all of a sudden just boot them out of your life. You don't do that. That's not a good way to move. That's not not a good way to move. Once upon a time, I moved just like that. I like, yeah, you're gone. Hmm. But I want to encourage you if that's how you move once upon a time, I hope you're working to not do that because there are people that really do love and care about you. And I found for me, there are people that love and they care about me. And I want them to be in my life, and I'm sure they want me in theirs. Now, when you have other people that don't want you in your life, it in their life, that doesn't matter. So start thinking about only the people that care about you and really want to see you do good, and that they're rooting for you. Like they're rooting for you 100%. And I found for me multiple times that there are always these friends that I have that are rooting for me so hard, and they're amazing. Just like I don't want to lose them. And at the same time, I had to fight that old personality of cut them off, get away from them. They're getting too close. You're getting too attached. Just don't. And for a long time, I was doing that because I was using that as a way to protect myself. And of course, in at a time that was necessary, but I see it's not necessary now. So I still have those old things that I am working on, and we can all work to do and become better as we should, like trying to be better than we were on the day before. And that's all I strive to do, be better than I was the day before. So I'm working on that consistently. But today, before I got on here, I was like, should I even get on? Because most of the time, for some of you that don't know, most of the time when I get on here, I know there are people that are coming back to listen. So, first of all, thank you for all those that will come back to listen. And thank you for your likes. Thank you for taking time to comment if you do. And thank you for just spending some time to listen. You could be doing a whole bunch of other things like, let me see what this lady's talking about. And you sit and you listen. See, there was a time before when I wanted to encourage people, but I couldn't even encourage myself because I didn't have it in me. I didn't know how to encourage anybody, and so I didn't. I was fighting and just dealing with so much. But see, now that I've had time to be out of a situation and situations, I can't tell you guys how I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for a lot. And on top of that, there are people that are inspired by some of the things that I share. And I am encouraged by how they share that stuff right back to me. And you know why? Because I know for me that I am a person that does encourage. And I know that I can encourage because I've been through so much that I can honestly say, from a place of true inspiration and from a place of true gratefulness, that you are definitely not what people have said you are. And if they said anything crazy about you, I'll put this air that's flying away. If they said anything crazy about you, it's not true. You may have had people in your life that have said all types of things against you. If you listen to that and you take that in, you start to believe it and you don't need to. Whatever reason that they have to say whatever it is, it doesn't matter because you know who you are. You know what you're about and you know what you stand for. So what if you don't live up to whatever expectations or whatever standard of life that they want you to? It's your life. God has blessed you with the life that He's given you. He's called you to something certain for your life. It's not what anybody else thinks. And there are so many people that have a gazillion opinions, and everybody has an opinion. That doesn't mean every single opinion that you have to take and validate it for you. You have to do what's right for you. And if it means you have to step away from a situation, you have to step away from a certain industry, you have to step away from certain people. It doesn't matter. You do what's right for you and don't let anybody tell you, well, you should do this, you should do that. Mm-mm. No, I know for me, and I'm just going to share a little bit, it has been years where for a long time, basically 41 to 42 years, there was always somebody somewhere dictating what I did, how I moved in every area of my life. Even when it came to trying to find someone as a companionship for myself, there was always someone. And so I wanted to get on here because I was going through the emotional turmoil for a while on yesterday, and journaling is so amazing because sometimes you want to tell somebody something. I'm like, no, if I do that, it won't come out right. So I did take the time to journal and get out all those emotions that were balled up in my mind and write them out. And writing for me, it's very cathartic and it's very soothing. And I had on some bossa nova jazz as I just kept writing. And then I had my little stickers that I put on there too. It's a way to be creative. It's a way to get rid of those thoughts, put the pen to paper or pencil to paper or marker to paper, and write out those feelings. Don't keep them bottled up because they will eventually turn around and hurt you. And you don't want that. You don't want that to backfire you in any sort of way. So I I decided to also get on here and I'm thinking about what sticker I'm gonna put in the middle of this bookmark that I'm making because I had another one I was making. However, it is not done and things are falling off of it. So I'm gonna make a new one. And every time I do, it feels good because I don't mind making stuff. sometimes if not for making stuff, I don't know what I would do because it has always been something that has been soothing for me. Some other people may not understand it, and that's okay. They don't have to. When my heart was racing and I was thinking, what am I going to do when a certain situation was going on? This was my safety net. I'm not talking about these stickers. I'm just talking about crafting in general. It 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 was very, very helpful for me. It sure was. So I'm going to put some stuff on here real quick, and then I'll share it with you because I probably won't get it finished tonight, but I can get started on it. And I think I'll cut both sides off so it looks, so I can take this off. So hang on for a second as I cut this off with my X-Acto knife. I get the joy of doing these crafts, and it's fun for me. I really do enjoy it. Like boo. Not really. I do get lost and caught up in washi tape though. Some of you, I know you're listening like, no, did she just say washi tape? I did. Now, if you're a washi tape lover like me, you could spend all day in any hobby place and just get lost in all the washi tape, right? Like I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 right now. And I have a whole bag of washi tapes and ribbons. Oh, 6. Oh my gosh, 6. I have 6 washi tapes. It's like washi tape galore. Don't have any more? No, that's a ribbon. So I'm going to show you the washi tapes right now that I'm looking at. They're like, I have all these. It is a glitter one. There's a holographic one. 2 holographic ones. They're kind of different colors. One's a little darker, one's a little lighter. And then I got these ones that are kind of metallics. So it's just like, what? But yeah, it's always a delight for me to do these kind of things. So, hey, how are you? Sometimes I remember when I used to really be on here, and someone's like, well, why do you go live? I mean, nobody's even on here. Well, I just do it. Oh, nice. See, some people don't understand. Like there are crafters that for a while when I was doing it, they probably have forgotten where I was because I was on Bigo and then I was on live.me for a while and I would do my crafting and they would always want to see like what are you doing today? And I would show them like I would do my boss like that looks so cool. And there would be so many of them uh, coming in. So I was like, okay, cool. So if you're new to me, welcome. My name is T Drake, podcasting godmother of connection. And my podcast is called God's Gift Through His Word. And this is also God's Gift Through His Word, the video version of that. So on here tonight, we're just crafting and I'm just talking about just a share. So I share when I'm going through different things, and usually I share scripture, and usually I have encouraging word from that. But I'm not doing that tonight. I'm just sharing, and of course, sharing about my washi tape that I love so much because it gets me in trouble. So I'm going to show you a little bit. Oh, nice to meet you, Levi. Nice to meet you. Thank you for joining. I hope you enjoy the content and I hope you'll come back. Thank you so much. And Jesus loves you as well. Now, sometimes I get these random comments on here and they're not always positive. I was like, oh, I should turn off comments forever. But if I do that, I will not get good comments like those. But you know, when you put on the comments, you got to take the good with the bad. The positive with the ugly, and just like so. Yes, of course. So I'm gonna show you guys this, and Levi, you can see. So right now we are just doing, or I'm just doing a small little bit of a bookmark. So those would be the ends, and I put that sticker on he reigns and the fish, and at the bottom the little stickers at the end. So these are the stickers where they came from off of here. And these, you can get these at Hobby Lobby. So if you're looking for those, they're really great when you're making like cards and you go to put them on the ends. They're perfect for that. And also if you're doing like envelope. And I can show you uh, another example of a card. It's definitely an example. Oh, thank you. Yeah, the fish colors, I'm gonna pull those up too, because sometimes people want to go out and they want to get those exact same things because they want to use it for whatever project they have. So I'm gonna show you where it came from. As Hobby Lobby, I get a lot of my stuff from Hobby Lobby, but this is the booklet it came out of, and it's from Paper Studio, and you can see the fishes right there, and they have all these different pictures of the kind of stickers on the back. So I've used like a majority of them because I was giving out a lot of cards, and some of the different graphics they have on there are quite robust and vibrant. So you can see that. So I share those two because that came out of the Floral Faith sticker pack, which I have here, and on the back it shows you the different 8 sheets it's got. So that's also from Paper Studio. So I am going to put that one away, put both these away, and I'm going to show you an example of a card that is definitely just an example because I'm going to make a different one because it got a little bit messed up. But here we go. This is the card. Let me make sure it gets in there good. There we go. Better. Okay. So on here, you can see that I have put the gems on here, and this is washi tape underneath, and then I put the gems on top of it. So I had also used the sticker, which did not come from any of those booklets, but it came from these sheets here that also came from Hobby Lobby. So they're clear. So let me see if I can do this. Oh, well, you can't see them that well, but they're clear. And so they really go on very well on other things. So this one is also clear when they're a little bit brighter because they like have a white background. But I think I showed those the last time I was talking about crafts. So in this one, I just put walk by faith. So anyway, it's been one of those days where I was feeling a little bit apprehensive. Apprehensive. The border really livens it up. Thank you. And the border does liven up everything when you get the right kind of pizzazz. Because I have like all these different kinds. And before I go into what I was going to talk about, I'll show you one more set. This, and it's not the same as those borders, it's these kind, which are silver. And these are really great too. And they have their own adhesive. And this kind of brand, this one's from Dollar Tree. And the other one I got is also from Dollar Tree. So some of these things that I had gotten from the 99-cent store before, you know, before it closed down, which they said that somebody bought it and they're going to reopen them, but I don't know. But I did go to some of the 99-cent stores before they left and bought up some things. But as I was saying, I was thinking about on Friday where I was just going through all this emotions in my mind. It's just like I was just having a complex of like just mixed emotions. And for a minute, I was like, you know what? I want to tell somebody something. But I was talking about one of my dear friends that I wanted to share something with. I was like, no, I'm not going to do that because number one, it's going to, oh, is it? Well, that's good. I'm sure she enjoys going because I know I do. I enjoy going to all the stores, especially since they like really increased a whole bunch of their crafting. That's my favorite part. So when I was thinking about wanting to share something to my close friend, I was like, you know what? If I share this to them, it's not going to come out right. It's not going to come out right. So what I did instead, and I shared this a little bit ago, was I decided to get my journal and get to writing. I put on some bossa nova jazz, and listen to it when it had the ocean seaside cafe. And if you go and check out on YouTube about bossa nova jazz, it's really good. I know Dollar Tree went up $1.25. Well, it's funny, but because I was thinking about that and I had read it when they had to do that because they're the last ones that had to up the ante because everybody else, Dollar General, Family Dollar, everybody was doing more than a dollar. They're the last ones that they're the last of the dollar Mohicans, as it were. So yeah, they had to go up because I guess they weren't making a profit. 25 cents put them over. But with all that being said, I decided that I would just journal. I would journal and put and vent everything there. And sometimes you need to do that. Sometimes you need to vent. But if you're going to vent about someone, sometimes it's not good to vent to them. Like you've done this, I feel like sometimes we just have these emotions and we need to get it out. And in a very productive, creative way to do that, getting it out in journaling is great. And sometimes I don't journal. Sometimes, like I'm sitting here with you guys and I'm crafting. Sometimes I will craft and just listen to music and just craft away. And I will just make stuff and just be like, washi tape, let's go. you know? And that's what I'll do. And sometimes that's the best way to maneuver instead of trying to say, I'm going to tell that person about themselves. Is it really going to change anything? Or are you going to cause the situation? But sometimes we have to really think, is it worth it? Or are you going to lose a friendship? I don't want to lose a friendship. I do love my friends very much. I do. So, if there's anything that I could do on my part, then I'll do it. And that's what I'm doing. So right now, we are working on this goal with the washi tape. I'm gonna put that around, take care of this as I talk to you guys and share. Because I just find it so very just soothing for me. I guess if it wasn't soothing for other people, like part of me, um, like I shared before, uh, I have always used my crafting as a way of escaping, as a way to, of course, be creative, and also to just unwind. And some people don't understand that. I know what you mean. I used to keep a journal when I was younger. Now I just pray to God a lot at nighttime. Yeah, and believe me, I do all of that. I definitely talk to the Lord more than I journal, but when there's those times like, Lord, I just need you to help me, you know, and I will pray and I will talk to him and I will still journal. I will still journal. Gold goes with the blue too, right? Doesn't it? It's looking mighty fine. So this is what we got going on right now. So I will be putting on some more. I think I'll put some on the top of He Reigns, a gold on the top, which is going to go perfect. And since it's not that wide, oh, this is rose gold, not the right gold. The gold got lost in the gold. Can you believe it? So I'm gonna take that and put it at the top. But yeah, I used to think it was an ugly pairing because I went to a high school, Moreno Valley, and their colors used to be like blue and gold. It's like blue and gold don't go away together. And then I see it all the time, like, actually it does. And it looks really good. It does pair nicely. So I'm going to put it on here right now. Sorry, I'm not looking at you guys. I just want to get this on here real quick. I'm going to turn it over. Yeah, that's right. So I found that. I used to, all right, looking nice. I used to want to hide a lot. And I remember I was doing this this event with a friend of mine, not the Soul Cop Podcast Explosion, because I'll talk to you about that later. But there was another event where we were all podcasters doing like this TV show on Roku, which may be there, may not be there. I don't know, but it was still part of God's gift through His Word. I think we did like 4 episodes, and I remember when I was talking to um, the woman who was doing it, and she said, "You know what? Like it's time for you to stop hiding. No more hiding." I was like, "Hiding?" She's like, "Yeah, hiding." I was like, "Hiding?" She's like, "Yeah, you're hiding. You need to stop hiding." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And I was hiding. I was hiding because of all the stuff I had gone through. I was like, "Yeah, oh, does look good. I like it. Look at that. It came out. That is looking real sharp right there. That looks good. I like that. That looks very nice. Go right ahead." And the back's not looking bad because it came out with, need to put something in the middle of that, but that looks great. I might find something, maybe like something silver to go in the middle of it, or see if I have a sticker with that can fit there that's not too big. I can go in the middle because most of these are pretty big. This one's small, and that one fit right there. Uh, and it looks like it can. With God, all things are possible. I think I think that one's small enough. This one's too big. That one's too large. I think I'll go with that one because the other ones they are just too massive. They're not gonna fit. They're actually gonna overlap and it's gonna look weird. And I would just want it to go inside in the middle. So I'm gonna use this one here because it'll look the best. So I got my sticker. I'm gonna show you guys because like I said, this is clear. So let's see, can you see it? Anyway, it says, "With God, all things are possible." It probably will look better when I put it down because the color is dark blue. Well, it's like a tealish blue, but not a teal, like aqua. Let me see. 9. So let me see if I can get it on there. I still have to find a way to. Okay, that looks good. Yay. Okay, that looks good. That's pretty good right there. So I'll turn that around. There we go. That's good. That looks really good. That's actually, now I gotta find a good size for the middle, and then I gotta find another. Let me see. That one is too big. All right. Well, like I was stating before, I got caught up in and trying to find the right size because some of these sizes are they're pretty massive, which is why I got them because I was going to use them for cards, but some of them can be used for a bookmark too if they're just the right size. And the right size. This one is overlapping. This is a circle, but the circle is too big. And this one is overlapping. Let's see. And they're all overlapping. Well, these are all overlapping, so those are definitely cards. Amen. We could do all things through Christ who strengthens us. Absolutely. You better believe it. We absolutely can. We absolutely can. And I agree with that 100%. Give thanks to the Lord. Okay. I think this one, this is life is fragile. Handle with prayer. What did this one fit? Oh, this one can fit too, I think. You are inscribed in the palm of his hand, Isaiah 49:16. They did turn out really nice. Thank you. I think I'm going to, this is John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have everlasting life. Which they'll put the other one that if you don't believe on Jesus, as the scripture says, you stand condemned already. Nobody wants to read that part. They just want to leave. They just want to read the part that God so loved the world that he gave. And then they leave out the rest. Like, don't forget that part. If you don't, you're going to hell. No! Yes, you didn't read the rest. Did you read the rest? They did not read the rest. God is our refuge and our strength and ever present help in times of trouble. I like that one too. And they have a few that can fit in there. Be strong and take heart, all who hope in the Lord. Wow, they got some good stuff. And you know what? I must say, I love going to Hobby Lobby. You know why? Because they always have Christian everything there. The music, everything. So, I could go to Michael's. Michael's isn't bad. Somehow I just feel like Michael's is really more expensive than Hobby Lobby, even though somebody says Hobby Lobby is more expensive. To me, I think Michael's is. It goes like this for me. Hobby Lobby is cheapest. Then it would be Joanne Fabric. Then it would be Michael's. So yeah, because sometimes Joanne Fabric has some good deals. May the May the God of hope fill you with joy and peace as you trust in Him. Romans 15:13. Now I don't know which one to use. Mm, he reigns. Mm, I might put the Romans one. That one sounds good. The one from Isaiah sounds good too. Plus, he reigns. If he reigns, may the God of hope fill you with joy and peace as you trust in Him. Well, that might be good to put under He reigns. I didn't know it. They don't want to hear about just this God. I know. And funny thing, they forget that God has that. Funny thing about God, which is not so funny, but it's funny to forget that his characteristics are not just grace and mercy and love, all of which are true, all of which he has, all of which are a constant for him. However, God does have other characteristics. And of course, there is justice and there's also wrath, which when people say, you know what, I don't want Jesus, uh, I'd rather not. So I'm fine going to hell. I'm like, but you don't want it. Yes, I do. I would like to go to hell. So don't tell me about your Jesus. I shake my fist at God and I will go to hell. Thank you very much. But I know that I am here to just share the gospel of goodness. I'm not here to force it down anybody's throat. I'm not here for anybody to force. So if they don't want to, once again, that's not them rejecting me. And I've said that before. They're not rejecting me. Like once upon a time, I used to get mad, like, how dare you reject Jesus? How dare you reject me? But they're not rejecting me. They're rejecting Jesus. And if I keep it in that perspective, then, like the word says, they stand condemned already because I said it. No, not because T. Drake said it, because that's what the word says, and the word is true. So, the word is true, and every man is a liar. So, listen, I am not going to be like trying to force anybody to do anything. I remember I had this person who I thought was a friend, and she turned out not to be. And she knew I was a Christian. She's like, don't you guys just shove everything about Christ down people's throat? I said, "No." She's like, "What? You don't?" I said, "No. I am to share with you. If you want to know more about Jesus, then I am here and willing and ready to share about him. But if you don't want to have a relationship with him and you don't want to know about him, why am I going to try to shove it down your throat?" Like the Bible says, you dust off your sandals, you shake off your sandals, and you keep it moving and you go away somewhere else and you take your peace with you. So I'm not going to try to force anybody to believe in Jesus Christ if they don't want the Savior and they want God's wrath. Who am I? I am just a servant of the Most High God. So I cannot force anybody to do anything they don't want to do. For sure. Okay, now here we go. I'm going to show you guys again as I am working to craft away. There's the top. Here's the hope right there, the fish and the ant. And I think I could put one more thing up here. I'm probably gonna put some reinforcement circles because I'm gonna punch a hole in it with my hole puncher right here. And where are those hole reinforcement holes? You know, I have so much stuff on my little table right now. Because anytime I craft, it's like it's everywhere. And oh, there they go. Ugh, I have to reach. Mm. And I haven't been working on my resin lately, but this was my last resin that I made with the little gold and silver specks in it. I gotta make some more. So I'll be working on that too. This is another craft, and it's a new one that I've picked up, and I like it. I made my daughters some little bears. Do I have a bear I can show? I don't know. I might. I thought I did. I had one more bear. I don't know where the bear went. It's here somewhere, I'm sure. I'll find it. I'll find the bear. Oh, there it is. Speak of the bear. Okay, here's the bear. There it is. So I'm going to do the bear. So this is the back. And inside of it, I don't know if you can see it real good, but inside is some glitter. And then I put the little screw in there so you could put it on a chain. Yeah, you just plant water, the important ones come along and makes it grow. Absolutely. We are just to be good seed planters. And another person comes and waters it. So, like I said, I share and I take my time, and that's what I do. And I don't know if I'm going to delete this video, but we'll see. But this is one of the reasons I said I did, and this is the other kind. So I'm working on doing a lot more of these as well too, so that I could have some risins to go with big bookmarks and share those out with like tracks. So I have to get more stuff like this to do. But I thought this one was so cute. And I was like, I made it myself. You know, you get excited when you make stuff yourself. It's like, I can't believe I made it. I made it. Whoa, whoa. So I got my reinforcement holes. I'm going to put on here because I'm going to push a hole in, pop, pop, pop. And I'm going to put it on there so it doesn't get messed up. Boop. So we got our hole. And then where are my tassels? Tassels are somewhere around here. Oh, here they go. Tassels. So I'm going to put my reinforcement hole in there. I'll put my tassel in here. And maybe I'll take some time. Because it's just good to just do it. And then if I wanted to go back and laminate it, which I have my laminator, I just take the tassel off and do it. So I'm not going to do everything because I think I want to I think I will want to go ahead and do the other part. So let me see if I could do this. Nice. Okay, I'm going to put it on the other side too, so it won't have it going back and forth. All right, so here we go. Uh-huh. We are doing good. And on the back. And I'm going to put a sticker right here too. This one's probably going to take a long one. I'll see if I have a colorful one I can put over there. That is big enough. Let me see this. This one go? Oh, look at that. Let me see. With God, all things are possible. Matthew 19:26. I think we'll use this one because it's long enough, big enough, and there's enough room for it. So that's the one I'm going to do. And put that here. So, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you as well. Cool. Inside the bear. Yeah, inside the bear is glitter, actually. So I'll put that back up for those who want to see the bear. It's glitter. The bear, there's glitter. So in the other ones that I made, I had dried flowers because I have these little small dry flowers and I pluck them because sometimes they're really big. And then I put them inside of the bear and it looks so nice. All right, so I'm gonna put this here. Ooh, hang on, hang on. Yay, that's looking good. It's coming along. Very nice, very nice. Okay. Oh, I should probably put the gold. I should probably put the gold ends on there too. So I'm gonna put the gold ends on here because I was gonna do a flower, but I don't know. Can I do it on here? Or that's gonna be too big. Let me see. If it's too big, I'll just put it back. Or put it back somewhere. Let me see how this looks. Can I do that? Let's see. Mm. I could. I just have to do it right. Let me see. I probably could. Let me see if I can. Let me see. Oh, oh, that's very pretty. Okay, it actually, and it looks pretty good. I didn't think, I thought it was going to be too big. I don't think it will work on the other way. So I think the other way is going to be too big. But this is nice. So, can you tell me more that you said you were hiding? Oh, yes, I will share more about that story I was hiding. Okay, so on the back, I put a gold, a gold flower that I thought was too big. And there's the with God, all things are possible. So uh, that story I was talking about me hiding, and the lady said I was hiding because she heard me sing a snippet of a song, and she was asking what did I want to do, and I told her I just want to do something for my podcasters because I was really, and I still am. I still wanted to help podcasters get discovered, and the ones that I knew, I would wanted to help them. I said any way I can help them get their shows discovered, get themselves, a way to monetize. I figured that I could help. So I told her, that's what I want to do. And when I sang her a short piece of a song, which is kind of a song I sing all the time, like a short piece, and she literally started crying. She's like, "Why did you do that?" She's like, "You need to let me know when you're going to do that." And it just came out. And there was another lady who was there as like her assistant, and she's like, "Did you hear what she said she did?" She's like, "That was her," and she was telling me not to hide, but she was telling her the same thing too because she was hiding about not wanting to sing. And my thing, I was hiding because I didn't want to show my face because I had gone through domestic violence, and I didn't want to sing because my family had told me, you can't really hold a note. And every time they would hear me and I was singing at a church, they would be really critical. So I was like, okay. So didn't want to do that. So I stopped. Now recently I've of course I've gotten recently back into singing on the worship team. This is at a totally different church. So I feel good about it. And it took me a long time because I was hiding. I was hiding from everything. And I stopped doing the very thing that I love to do. And plus it was a gift that's given me to Lord. Like, well, maybe I can't. Maybe I can't do this. Maybe it's not good and I don't know how. So that was the story about kind of the hiding. Okay, so here we are with our extra stuff. Boom. That came out extremely nice. So now I'm going to put in the tassel, and I'm just going to show you how I do the tassel, and then I may go ahead and laminate it and then show you guys on tomorrow the laminated version. But for now, I'm going to do this. So yeah, I'm gonna just put the tassel part in. Let's see here. Oh, I gotta put it on the other way because I have it going the backwards way, which should be the front way. So we're gonna turn this around. Is it one of those that's like, okay, you got this? So we're gonna turn this tassel around, you guys. Turn it around. I did not turn around. I did it again. One more time. Okay. That's why I didn't turn around. I'll put it in this way. But sometimes you want to do it a certain way. So here we go. There we go. Okay. So I got my tassel together. Okay. So we are tasseled up now. Got our tassel, and it's a gold tassel. So here is the bookmark, and we are complete. Now tomorrow or tonight, maybe on tomorrow, I'll get it done tomorrow, and I'll take the tassel out, and then I'll laminate it, and then I'll punch the hole in it where the reinforcement stickers are, and then I will laminate it, and it will be good to go. And this will be a finished bookmark. So yay! Oh my goodness. It's good to do a craft and have one finished. And this one I did totally from scratch with you guys. As I talked, I finished the whole thing. Go figure, right? And I have a whole bunch of these blank ones that I've made that I cut out. So now I just need to fill them all up with designs, which I'm going to do as I take my time to finish that. And here's one that I was working on, but it kind of got messed up. So, but it's okay because it's good for practice. it's always good for practice for me so I can get better, you know? So this is what this one looked like for practice. And this one was saying, have fun today, count your blessings one day at a time. So that's what that one looked like. And then on the back, it says, God is our strength, refuge, and God is our refuge and strength, and ever present help in trouble. And the other one says, fear not, for I am with you always. So there. I understand. Well, sometimes, singing is one of those things that people will judge it based on what they like to hear. And if it's not their kind of sound, I'm like, oh, that person can't sing because it doesn't sound like this person. Or, but the thing I found is like there's a different type of singer that has different types of sound, and that's why we like all different kinds of music because there are different singers. So Patti LaBelle does not sound like Gladys Knight. Gladys Knight does not sound like Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan does not sound like Dionne Warwick. Dionne Warwick does not sound like the late Whitney Houston. They all sound different, but you like their music because of who's singing the song, not because they're all sound the same. If they all sound the same, what would be so spectacular when they all came on stage? Like, oh my gosh, they're singing together. Would you ever believe? You know, so when you hear different people singing, and you hear a Macy Gray, right? A Macy Gray doesn't sound like a Jill Scott. A Jill Scott doesn't sound like a Jasmine Sullivan. There are different sounds. Jasmine Sullivan does not sound like Fantasia, right? There's so many different sounds of people that sing different music, different genres, and that's it. So, uh, what I shared today, I was feeling good about. So I thank you guys for tuning in. And the snippet, oh, thank you. The snippet, because since you might want to know, and maybe you don't, but the snippet that I sang to the woman, it was a very short song, and you can find it. I always sing a snippet of it, but it says, "What God has for you, it is for you. What God has for you, it is for you. What God has for me, it is for me. Yes, it is. What God has for me, it is for me." So that's what I sang to her, and then she started crying all over the place. I was like, I didn't sing that much, so I don't know why you're crying. But she just busted out in tears, like, wait, what? So I was like, never let me sing that again because I don't want you to cry. Like, you're not supposed to cry. Like, the point is what God has for you is for you. What God has for me is for me. And that's the point. Why are you crying? So, so yeah, that was a snippet that I sang. And most people that I've heard, like, yeah, we've heard that before. But that's okay because I'm not singing it for them. And sometimes people will say to me, well, you don't sing like this person, you don't sing like that person. I'm like, I can't sing like that person. I can only sing like me. And that's what I do. And sometimes I sing some of these songs on these cartoons and I like them. It was nice meeting you. You take care. God bless you as well. Thanks for tuning in. So for some of you that are still here, I thank you all for being here with me. And I'm going to get out of here myself. But before I go, I'm going to sing a short snippet again, and then I'm going to let you guys go. You know better than I. You know the way. You know better than I. Lord, you know better than I. So remember to be blessed, motivated, and always inspired to do what the Lord lays in your heart. Thank you for watching me and being part of this channel. If you like what's happening here, I hope you'll feel compelled to subscribe. Hit that follow, like, share, comment, and I'm glad you were here. A big kiss from me to you. Remember, I love you, but the Lord loves you immensely way more than I ever could. And you know what we're going to do? We are going to do what I love to do. We're going to cue the music. I hope to see you guys again. God bless your hearts. And I'm out of here. Take care.
God's gift through His word. It's God's gift through His word. It's God's gift through His word. It's God's gift through His word.